Bad.
It's okay.
He's very protective.
It's okay. Hey, it's okay. I think he forgets that he was your dog first.
Yeah.
Like, that has completely, like, left his brain at this point.
Okay.
Hey, Daddy's not gonna hurt me. I love you. Hey guys, it's Kayla and welcome back to my channel. So this video is gonna be another pregnancy update. Sorry if those are getting kind of boring. I don't really know what else to talk about. I am pregnant, so. And that's all that anyone wants to talk to me about, so I guess it's my identity right now. But, so this video I'm gonna talk about pretty much 22 weeks through right now, which I am halfway through 24 weeks. It is Thursday, and I turned 25 weeks on a Sunday. So I guess, yeah, we're like halfway. So I'm just gonna talk about how things have changed since I last updated you guys, and yeah. I'm trying to get to a point where I have enough time to do an update every single week, but we'll see, because the weeks just escape me, and then suddenly I'm another week along and whatever. It's okay though, because a lot of these things like blended all together and were progressive symptoms, so it's fine. This is just a 22 through 24 week update. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I have my notes next to me and we're doing this. So not a lot has changed like dramatically in terms of how I'm like doing. I feel pretty similar to how I felt when I last updated you guys at 21 weeks. But there are a few things I wanted to go over. So I got my first stretch mark, or what I think is my first stretch mark. It's down here like on my hip, and it's just like a little tiny red Z, like tiny. We'll see how it goes, but I don't really expect to get a lot of stretch marks. I need to knock on wood because I don't really want a lot of stretch marks. I know they're beautiful, you did it for your child, all that. I agree with it, but at the same time, like, I acknowledge that I personally don't really want to deal with stretch marks, just to be completely honest. Good catch, Kayla. If they happen, and I'm not gonna lose sleep over it, but hopefully they don't. I don't think I'll get very many. My mom had 4 kids in 5 years and does not have a single stretch mark on her body. To my knowledge, my grandma never got stretch marks, and stretch marks are, like, I guess said to be kind of genetic. Don't know how true that is. That's what I've read. So yeah, hopefully things just stay copacetic. But yeah, I found my first little stretch mark. It's a cute little Z. The like kind of, hold on, let me think. Okay, so the only like negative-ish things that are going on right now is, as I mentioned in my last video, my hips are still like definitely expanding or something, because that's where I get like sore now, is like in my hip bones. They make it kind of hard to sleep because I can't ever get in a comfortable position at night. So there's been a lot of sleep deprivation. I think I'm averaging 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night, but the way I make myself feel better about that is that I'm about to get no sleep. So it's fine. I'm just like preparing. I'm an overachiever. I'm practicing now. And then the last two kind of meh things about the last couple weeks is I started getting heartburn, which I have never had heartburn in my life, so I wasn't sure if that's what it was. But last week, after everything I ate, I got this super intense, like, burning. It's called heartburn for a reason, like in my throat. And so I'm pretty sure that's heartburn. I don't know, probably heartburn. And so I've had that like 3 or 4 times since last week. So heartburn is a thing, but I find that if I like watch what I eat and really focus on eating like vegetables and fruit, it doesn't really happen. So there's that. And then this also goes along with sleep and just kind of like being restless. I got a Charlie horse. I was just sleeping normally, like chilling out, vibing. And then I remember feeling my like calf just like, And it was like the most intense pain. Holy crap, I like woke up crying. I'm like punching my leg trying to get it to stop. I was like, what is this? And I Googled it. I think it's just another pregnancy symptom. Is like restless legs and like muscle spasms are just a part of it. I'm not really sure why. Something to do with, I don't know. I don't know why, but yeah, so that happened. Yeah, so that's about it. I felt a little bit of pregnancy brain increase over the last couple weeks in terms of like when I'm having a conversation with someone, I have a really hard time like finding my words. I just feel like I sound a little vapid right now because I'll go to find like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Normally I can find descriptive words, adjectives, stuff like that very easily to express my thoughts and feelings. I am a bookworm. I like to think I have a big vocabulary. And lately I can't even find the smallest, most simplified term that I'm looking for. I just sit there going, you know, like that thing, and it's bad. It's weird. I'm not used to it, but that's okay. So yeah, just feeling in general like having a hard time remembering things, and having a very second grade vocab is apparently my life now. So we've started planning the baby shower, which is super exciting. I was going to wait until January to have my baby shower because at that point I would be 8 months pregnant. But because of when she's due in February, I want to be really cautious about having my baby shower around the holidays because honestly, people just don't have time and they don't have money, and like a baby shower is a shower. So I don't want to ask people in the midst of them like getting things for their like children and family to be like, hey, come to my baby shower and like buy me baby stuff. You know, I just, it feels really weird. So, and I don't want anyone to feel bad and like skip it if they don't like, you know what I mean? I just am not for that. I just want people to come and celebrate my baby with me. So, and the other major issue about the holidays is people just don't have time. Work is very busy around the holidays. Family obligations are very busy. So that's why I was originally going to have it in January. But, again, I was realizing that I'm going to be like 8 months pregnant, super pregnant, and I just don't want to be like tired and grumpy and like not in the mood to have a baby shower, because I read a couple articles and like forums of women saying that they regret doing it that late. Oh, and there's a third reason. I just don't want to I don't want to wait until I'm 8 months pregnant to still be figuring out what I need for a baby. I'd rather have it all handled and not have to stress in the later months of my pregnancy. So we're going to try and do it in November. I don't know because it's already November. We'll see, but we've started planning it now. We're working on finding a venue. Miami's kind of hard because like having it outside would be great because it's beautiful, but it's very hot. And even for my gender reveal, which was a much smaller ordeal, it was kind of too hot to be doing it at a park. So we'll see about that. And then the last change over the last couple weeks is I started a second job, much to my chagrin. No, it's actually a good thing. It's a job that's going to be there and be very solid for me after I have the baby. I would love to stay home, but that's probably just not going to be an option realistically. I feel like in order to get by, like both parents just have to work, and it is what it is. Even if it's just for a small amount of time, it's okay. But yeah, anyway, so the second job will turn into a upper management position once I have the baby. Right now I'm working there part-time and just training new employees. So I still work at the Versace mansion in the mornings, and then in the evenings I work at this new place. And so I don't have very much time. My YouTube videos are still a priority to me because, again, this is something that's important to me to document. So I don't want to get all caught up in work and then 6 months from now be really upset because I don't have these memories. That's going to really piss me off because this is something that I'm doing for me. Work is not necessarily for me. Work is just so I can pay the bills. It's not gratifying for me pretty much in any way. So I don't want to push my hobbies off and things that I enjoy again for work because I've been doing that for years. So I don't know how I'm going to balance it yet, but I'm gonna figure out balancing it. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, so working 2 jobs, and it's super fun, and I never see my boo, and it makes me really cranky. Oh, that is one last thing. I've gotten super emotional this week. I am not the most emotional girl. My boyfriend might argue with that statement, but in general, like as a person, I am not very, like I have a temper, but I'm not very easily upset like that. Like I'm not whiny and cry, you feel me? This week was just kind of a tumultuous week in general, but it just kind of like triggered all these emotions, and I just like was pretty much just like grumpy and sad, and like wasn't able to like see my boyfriend or talk to anyone about it for like 6 days straight, and I was miserable and I cried constantly. And that is what I blame pregnancy for, is because of the circumstances, I probably would have actually naturally been upset without the baby hormones. But the crying, like I cried at work like 3 or 4 times a day. I come home, I cry, I'm just like, bro. So that's new. I've never had that happen before, but I think it's passing, and I just can now go into any situation knowing that I'm much more sensitive, and so to like be gracious with myself. I don't know. Okay, so belly shot. This is 24, almost 25 weeks pregnant for me. I'm still wearing like normal clothes. These leggings are still my normal like size small leggings. This tank top is a size small tank top, but that's why it's like kind of see-through. But yeah, still fitting in my normal clothes. I'm not sure how much longer that'll last though, because I've definitely started to notice like things popping